Welcome to the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap, where we highlight a few of the storylines that occur in sprint car racing over the last 5 days. Before we get to those storylines, don't forget to check out Moose's LZ Bar and Grill in Jonestown, PA for great food at a great price. You won't regret it. Over the last 2 seasons, we've talked a lot about Justin Peck and the Buick Motorsports team. He showed us why last week when he came into Central Pennsylvania and won 3 out of 6 All-Star main events in the region. He also had a pair of fourth place finishes before having a tire go flat while running second at Bedford Speedway on Sunday night. He did come back and finish ninth in that main event. It should be noted that the wins came at the Bluesburg Fairgrounds, Bridgeport Motorsports Park on Wednesday and Thursday. He had 2 fourth place runs at Williams Grove in the Twin 20s, then came back and won the Kramer Clash in a dominating performance on Saturday night at Lincoln Speedway, a place he's won 3 times already in his career. This gave him 8 All-Star wins on the season and 9 overall. And really the only blemish on his 2022 resume is the fact that he's second in points to Tyler Courtney by 112 markers, which is mostly because of can be attributed to Courtney's consistency and some tire problems for Peck over the last few weeks. What stands out about Peck to me is his 21 top 5 finishes and 4 wins in 32 main events in Central Pennsylvania. This team has put an emphasis on doing well here, which is why he shows up in March after Florida Speed Weeks and runs here and competes at the local tracks until the All-Star schedule kicks up in April. And then he comes back for Pennsylvania Speed Week as well. He's put an emphasis on that because a third of the All-Star schedule seems to be in Central Pennsylvania and goes a long way to determining the point champion. Regardless of where Peck finishes, he's put this team on the national stage, which is also can be attributed to the Buick Motorsports team. I can't wait to see what they do in the future. I do think if they stick with the All-Stars, it'll only be a matter of time until they win a title. Speaking of the Williams Grove Jack Gunn Memorial Twin 20s, I had a couple thoughts after watching Danny Dietrich sweep the event and becoming only the 4th driver to do so. First and foremost, Williams Grove track prep crew did a phenomenal job on the racing surface. This was probably the best I've seen it in a couple years. There was a high, middle, bottom grooves. You could pass, you could move around. The racing was really good, despite each A main only being 20 laps. Dietrich took advantage of this, and he won the first one from the front row, but he started 6th and passed Lance DeWeese on his way to the second victory. He joined Bud Falkroth, Van May, and Fred Raymer as the only drivers to accomplish the sweep in 45 Twin 20 events. It should be noted, and I think what jumps out about Dietrich is not only that he has 13 wins this season, which is 7 better than last year. In August, he decided not to run the Knoxville Nationals and instead take a much-needed vacation after running 63 to 65 events. Every time he went to the Nationals, he either lost money, tired going into the month of money in September, which really can make or break a locals season. And this time he decided to freshen up the motors, work on equipment, and also just recharge the batteries. And that's paying off as something we saw last week. Dietrich won the opening main event, like I said, from the pole and passed Lance DeWeese to capture the second. He held off Brent Marks as well for both victories. And afterward, both him and his crew chief, Jake Scrignoli, said that they wouldn't have done this if not for taking off. They just feel different. There's a different vibe around the team. And I think this could be his best September in years. We're going to go outside Central PA now and go to Carson Macedo. It wasn't too long ago that I said he was going to win the most races in World of Outlaws competition this season. And boy, he's doing a good job in making me look correct on that prediction. He's won 2 of the last 3 events, winning the Jackson Nationals 10 days ago for $25,000, and then coming back and winning at Red River Valley this past weekend. It should also be noted that he finished 2nd and 3rd and has an average finish of 1.75 in his last 4 World of Outlaw events after the Knoxville Nationals. Talking to some of our sources in California, it's kind of amazing how far Macedo has come running against some the best sprint car drivers in the world. He never won that much in the Golden State, and yet he's picked up his game both on the track and off, and is now one of the top 5 drivers in the world. Macedo is third in points, 96 markers behind Brad Sweet. I don't think Macedo is going to catch Sweet, but he does have 27 wins, a crown jewel at Williams Grove. And I think after watching him the last 2 seasons, he has the chops to not only be a World of Outlaws champion, but a future Sprint Car Hall of Famer. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap. For more coverage of sprint car racing across the country, check out sprintcarunlimited.com. A yearly subscription is $35, 6 months is $30, and 3 months is $18. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Moose's LZ Bar and Grill Weekend Wrap.